To tonight's meeting. I know it's a stuffy, large crowd here, but we're going to get to celebrate right on time tonight. So if you would join us in the beginning of our meeting, we do the Pledge of Allegiance to start every meeting. So you'll rise with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome everyone. Very first on our agenda this evening is Accentuate the Positive, which is an opportunity to celebrate a lot of our students and community. Tonight we start with the New Palestine Education Fund Distinguished Alumni Award, and that will be Miss Innes, Miss Fowler, and Miss Arthur presenting from the New Palestine Educational Fund. Welcome.
All right, hi everybody. I'm Dr. Katie Arthur, and I'm the Vice President, soon to be incoming President of the New Pal Education Foundation. So I am here to present Kim Taylor and Gary Halliburton. Both were honored this year as our Distinguished Alumni. And so the Distinguished Alumni is given annually, and it highlights the deeds and character exemplifying outstanding achievement and life's work and service to their community. So Kim is a 1981 graduate. She's been with the Education Foundation for over 8 years. She's the former treasurer, vice president, president, and past president, and is currently the vice president of Main Street here in New Pal. And then Gary's a 1973 graduate, same thing, former vice president, president, and then also with the New Pal Chamber. President there as well.
Very good. Well, it's an honor to have you guys here tonight, and on behalf of our board, I would like to at least tell you, well, the representative from the New Palestine Education Funds here, that we thank you so much for all the effort that you guys put into it and all the money that you raise and put it back into our schools and for our kids. So it's a wonderful program, and if any of you, since you have a large crowd here, I thought I would go ahead and just you get a little light on your gala every year that we attend. They have a gala every year, and it's a fantastic opportunity to support the community and have a good time out. So if you get an opportunity, I would highly recommend you to join that. So tonight we are going to have Mr. Hooker, who's got a letter from the board to read for you.
We'll start with Mrs. Taylor. Mrs. Kim Taylor, on behalf of the New Palestine Community Schools Board of Trustees, we are honored to recognize and congratulate you on being named a New Palestine Education Foundation Distinguished Alumni of the Year. As a proud graduate of New Palestine High School, you have demonstrated exceptional success in your professional career while remaining deeply committed to serving your community. From your work as a financial consultant to your current role with the United States Tennis Association Midwest, you continue to reflect a passion for connection, leadership, and service. Your impact on New Palestine is both meaningful and lasting through your extensive involvement with the New Palestine Education Foundation, including serving as a board member, treasurer, vice president, president, and past president. You have played a vital role in expanding opportunities for our students. Being named the New Palestine Chamber Citizen of the Year in 2018, your service as an ambassador and board member, along with your leadership with New Palestine Main Street, further demonstrates your dedication to strengthening our community. Kim, your commitment to education, your servant leadership, and your pride in New Palestine make you truly deserving of this honor. Thank you for the positive impact you continue to make in the lives of our students and throughout our community. Thank you. Mr. Halliburton. On behalf of the New Palestine Community Schools Board of Trustees, we are honored to recognize and congratulate you on being named a New Palestine Education Foundation Distinguished Alumni of the Year. Your lifelong commitment to the New Palestine community is truly remarkable. As a resident for 60 years and a local business owner for more than 4 decades, you have demonstrated an unmatched dedication to supporting our schools, students, and community. Your leadership and service have made a lasting impact. From your many roles with the New Palestine Area Chamber of Commerce, including serving as president 4 times, to your work with the Leadership Academy of Hancock County and your involvement with the New Palestine Community Schools, You have consistently given your time and talents to strengthening our community. Your 7 years of service with the New Palestine Education Foundation, including as president, further highlight your commitment to supporting opportunities for our students. Gary, your servant leadership, generosity, and passion for New Palestine make you truly deserving of this recognition. Thank you for the difference you continue to make in so many lives. Sincerely. Well done.
All right, now you need to come and do the handshake walk.
Okay, I was hoping you could do that.
I
was wondering if you could do something.
Congratulations. So happy for you. Well done, sir.
Oh, thank
Well done.
you.
Thank you for all your work.
I appreciate it.
I know you guys did a ton of work.
Thanks, Amber. Okay.
Go Dragons!
Thanks for egg.
All right, moving right along, more celebrating. We are going to honor the 2026 Indiana Math Bowl Elementary Top 10 finishers, and that'll be Mr. Neo presenting tonight. And Ms. Posnow, sorry, and everybody. There's a long list of names here.
So we're here to represent NPE, and I have our two fabulous coaches, Kathy Percival and Allison Polster. And I had Al pull some stats because Math Bowl is a lot behind the scenes if you didn't know. So she's going to brag on them for a minute if that's okay.
I just love how it's in color there because we're in the red. 8th actually. Yeah, we were top 10, but we got 8 actually. Did you want me to read just?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Like that was just what is Math Bowl? You know, sometimes people are like, what do you have to do? What's practice like? That type of thing. Basically, as 4th grade, because we are able to compete since our school right now is K through 4, we have just a 4th grade team. And so all those 4th graders are competing, not necessarily against, but with the 5th and 6th grade. So all of the questions that are presented at the competition are all the same, whether you're in 4th grade, 5th grade, or 6th grade. And so that just kind of gives you an idea that the standards that we're learning over really from June, well, the whole year, but from basically when we start in January for practice through the competition is in April. We've got 4th grade all the way through 7th grade standards that the 4th grade is learning and crunching and mastering or trying to expose to. And so Kathy and I were able to just take that information, put it together, kind of chunk it, and we're just really proud of the kids for just putting in the time. We started in January, 2 days a week in the morning, getting the kids here early at 7:45 to 8:30. So that was just really exciting. But this year, the focus was the data analysis, statistics, and probability, and all of that cycles through every 3 years. Some years it's algebraic thinking, other years it'll be geometry and measurement. So there's just a lot of those skills that we focus on during that time.
We are here to represent NPI, and Lindsay Kuntz is our coach. Lindsay, if you want to share our ranking.
Sure. For the blue division, so we are one of the largest groups that has both 5th and 6th graders on our team. We were 9th in the state for our division.
Oh, very good. Well, so tonight we have Ms. Haberly who's going to read some recognition from our board.
Okay, so this evening we will be recognizing NPI students Daphne Bale, Nate Aston, August Clark, Eli Cox, Graham Gerlerack, Jonathan Haddix, Elsie Higby, Cameron Marishall, thank you. Thanks for the help. Donovan Martin, Kevin Petton, Addison Ritchie, and Dexter Riggs. And from NPE, we will be recognizing Cullen Bohannon, Trenton Boyer, Mason Bricker, Leah Fox, Nora Fox, Carissa Nolder, William Mollender, Nate Pacheco, Carter Perry, Noel Schroeder, Lucas Scriven, Colson Story, and Sydney Weimer. So I'm going to read part of your letter this evening, and then I know you all are excellent at math. I suspect you're excellent at reading as well, so you can read all your statistics, and I'll give you the short version here. Dear New Palestine Intermediate Math Bowl Team and New Palestine Elementary Math Bowl Team, on behalf of the New Palestine Community Schools Board of Trustees, we are proud to recognize and celebrate your outstanding success in the 2026 Indiana Elementary Math Bowl. Your achievement reflects not only your academic talent, but also your willingness to challenge yourselves and grow as learners. We appreciate your contributions both in the classroom and through your achievements in math competitions while attending New Palestine Community Schools. We sincerely wish you the very best in all your future endeavors.
Well done. All the students that are here, please come up for a photo. We'd like to shake your hand and give you a little token of our appreciation. Well done. This is your first meeting. I recognize you. I was going to say, you congratulations. Well done, sir. Well done. Very well done. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. Nice job. Congratulations. I'll make sure I get it. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do NPE first, so NPI will shoot over here.
Nice job. Congratulations.
There you go.
Yes, I love it. Nate didn't come, I know that. August didn't come. Or no, he's right there. Nate and August are the only ones.
And then stay put, because I know there's people behind you.
Come on up here.
Hi, Nate and August. Gosh.
Great job, guys.
See how we do this.
I don't know how it happened. I didn't see
We're on a back row, and then everybody gets a window. And the thing somebody with your head with All right, you've got to be able to see me through somebody else. There you go. Oh, I like it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, stay put.
All right, parents.
Thank you, Katie.
How are you? You didn't bring your big camera. All right, is that just so you know, parents, you're welcome to stay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Plenty of room now.
I didn't get one.
Okay, we'll keep moving on through our agenda now. And next on our agenda is approval of the agenda. And tonight, I would like to make a motion to approve the agenda and amend the original agenda to move the report section to the very beginning of the meeting for our NASA presentation, our NASA students who have other commitments they need to get to. So I would like to make a motion to approve tonight's agenda with the amendment of the moving of reports. Can I get a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions about tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the agenda indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. We have an agenda. All right, so keeping with that, we will go right to the reports section. And tonight we have the Neighborhood Against Substance Abuse, also known as NASA, and Mr. Moore, if he's here, to present tonight. Or, here he is. I know, I thought I saw
I'm here.
you. There you are.
These are the NASA kids. They're
Let's
awesome.
do it.
No, I just do what I did earlier.
Yes.
No one did this better job.
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's crap. Okay, hi everybody. Okay, here you want to go?
Hello everyone, I'm Grady Nicholson. I'm a freshman and this is my first year in NASA.
I'm Lucas Holmes. I'm a junior, and this is my second year in NASA.
I'm Natalie Severe. I'm a senior, and this is my 4th year in NASA.
I'm Samantha Gooding. I'm a senior, and this is my 2nd year in NASA.
So NASA stands for Neighborhood Against Substance Abuse, and basically it's an organization that spreads the awareness of substance abuse and actively fights against the misuse of drugs and alcohol, especially for underage youth.
Oh no. How do I go to the next one?
Okay. So every month we go to a meeting in Greenfield with four of our county schools, so Eastern, Hancock, Greenfield, Mount Vernon, and us. And we basically talk about ways that we can spread awareness through events, advertisements, and then we plan visits to the schools, the younger schools in our districts. And we go and educate them on the dangers of substance abuse, mostly basic medicine safety at their age, because they don't really know, most of them, what substance abuse is yet, so we try to keep it at their level. And then we explore ourselves and how we best communicate and receive feedback so that we better understand ourselves and how to communicate with others. And then we represent in our communities as a friendly face and role model that people can come to, bring awareness to all schools in the district, kind of like I talked about. And then at the end of each month, they present a newspaper article. And we always take the dangers of alcohol, and then it's featured in the May issue of the Daily Report.
And then when she said that we better understand ourselves, we take the color test, and I don't know if anybody's done that here, but we take the test and then we get in groups within our 4 schools, and we figure out why our brains work the way we do, and then it helps us better understand how we can work with different types of people. And so it's why do I not work well with this person, and why do I work well with this person? So that's just a little example of a way that we better understand ourselves. Okay, so what we've done to spread awareness is we go to 2nd grade classrooms, we go to NPI, and we go to the junior high. So in 2nd grade, like Sam said, we keep it very base level stuff. We play a little game with them. They give us a thumbs up if they think it's candy or if they think it's medicine. And we just have fun with them with that. And we have a mascot, which is Ziggy the Zebra. And Grady was our Ziggy the Zebra this year. I've been Ziggy the Zebra, and Lucas has also been Ziggy the Zebra. It's very hot, but it's very fun. They love you. They want to give you hugs. They want to give you high fives. It's just really fun. And then at NPI we go, and I don't know if you guys have been to their little, I would call it the movie room. I don't know. They go and they sit on the steps, and we kind of talk to them, and then we say, do you have any questions? Because we know you guys are about to go to the junior high, and we're high schoolers. Do do you want any advice? Like, we have stories, we have experiences, and we just go and we talk to them, and it's a nice little, like, 30-minute session, would you say? And so that's really fun, and because it's nice to know that they look up to us, and I feel like we're pretty good role models for them to look up to. The junior high, we set up a pop-a-shot station, and we give them goggles. And the goggles represent if they were under the influence of alcohol, and it basically emphasizes that your vision and actions will be altered dramatically if you are under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And so they see how hard it is to just shoot a little basketball, in a plastic basketball in a little plastic hoop. And so they're like, oh my gosh, and we're like, exactly, don't do it. And so last year we did a commercial that was on TV, and it was at the movies. We do that every 2 years. And so that was a cool thing that we did. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's kind of embarrassing.
We get messages all the time.
Yeah, they're like, how was you? And we're like, yeah, it was. Anyway, so that was just another really cool thing that we got to be a part of. And a helicopter flew and landed, and we got to see how that worked. And they were basically just like, never be in a scenario where we have to come rescue you in this helicopter. We were like, perfect, we understand.
Okay, this past month we had a youth summit, which is basically a day for the middle schoolers from schools all around the county to come in and learn more about substance abuse and also just have a good time. Like we had Craig Turnquist open us up, and he was a comedian, and he did a killer Elvis impression and also did events like a dance competition, which yours truly won. If you want to see me dance, I do birthday parties, weddings, anything that you think of. And then we had Mr. Holden from Eastern Hancock, who is the head football coach. He came and talked to us about his struggles with alcoholism and about how he overcame that and the lessons he learned from that. And then we had Hugs come in and do escape room. Grady will talk more about that in the next slide. But we also had little activities like we would do bucket golf, which is like, if you never played it, it's like you're basically chipping like a golf ball into like a bucket. And a driving game, which is like you have to stay in your lane. Mini hoop basketball, and doing Jenga while using drunk goggles, which basically simulate just being under influence.
Okay. Okay, wait. Before Grady goes, I don't know. You can't really see it, but no, go to that. Okay. In these pictures, Lucas has on the goggles, and if you like can see it up close, which you can't really on here, you can see like his eyes are literally like over here. So if that like gives anybody an idea of what it's like.
Yeah, he's basically looking like not even close to the camera. Anyway, so in these two pictures here, we had Hugs, which was an organization from New York. They came, they had presenters come, and they did a little escape room that had to do with vaping and drugs and alcohol, and it just had facts. And so there's 16 of us total from all of the schools combined, and we all had a group of around 8 kids. And they had these tools, and they had to basically just go through an escape room in 45 minutes. But they had to work together, and there was moments where we would have to help them, or if they would just like quit, we'd have to keep on like telling them to keep going. And there'd be facts about like drugs and what not to do, what to do. And eventually they got through it, but it was really cool to see, like as my first year, it was really cool to see how these kids learn from like just these presenters and Craig Tornquist and all these guys that come to just show like an example of what's to come in their upcoming life. So that's just an example of how cool it was just to see all how different it was, and it was a really good learning experience in my life.
And I also think it was really cool that we got to sit in on a meeting and literally be on a Zoom call with people from New York, and they were explaining to us what their presentation was going to be, if we had any feedback, if we wanted to change anything for how we wanted the presentation to go, because it was all in our hands, and we had to schedule everybody and like run the times and everything. So I think that was just an incredible opportunity, because not many high schoolers get to be like, oh yeah, I got to sit in on a Zoom call with people from New York, and they flew to Indiana for us to just run this presentation. anyway, so yeah, that's a little part of what we do, and thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes, thank you.
I have a question for you. How many, is it just the 4 of you students that represent NASA for New Palestine High School?
Yes.
Okay.
So then, this year, we'll tell Mr. Moore who we want to replace us. So like, since we know the kids like better than some teachers do, because we know who they actually are, we'll tell them, we'll say.
Wow. We know you.
And we'll say,
figureheads.
yeah, we'll say, hey, we think these are good, 2 good people that will come in and they'll actually do work. They, even though we miss some school, they'll keep on it. They'll maintain good grades. They can balance stuff. And so hopefully we'd like to keep it 2 boys and 2 girls. So we hope to find 2 girls, but if we can't, we'll just add another boy. But we think they got it. We're giving them all of our presentations a little and our emails and everything. So.
Well, thank you for you guys' service to the school and to the community, and what you guys are doing is a real great thing. So thank you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on down our agenda, we'll go to citizen comments on agenda items, and I don't believe we have any this evening. So we will move on to the consent agenda, and tonight we're being asked to approve meeting minutes dated April 13, 2026, claims and finance for payrolls claims dated April 10, 2026, April 24, 2026, and claims dated April 29, 2026. Also, a personnel report dated May 4, 2026. This time, I'd like to have a motion for the personnel report. I'm sorry, consent agenda, thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Move the second, old habits. Old habits.
Yeah, reflecting back there.
Yeah.
Reminiscing.
Any comments or questions for tonight?
I would like to make a statement. As you likely noticed on the personnel report, there was not a recommendation for the New Palestine Junior High School principal position. The candidate withdrew for consideration to pursue another opportunity, and I will work with the established interview team on the next steps. And I'll keep you posted.
Very good, thank you for that update. Any other comments or questions tonight? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the personnel report indicate by saying yes, or excuse me, consent agenda. Please state yes. Yes. Those opposed, no. Motion passes. All right, with that motion passing, we will take a little break from our normal meeting, and I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Michael Gaines as our new curriculum director. He is, on behalf of our board, I just wanted to say welcome, and we can't wait to have you as a part of this team. Of course, I've known Mr. Gaines for a while now. He's married to like New Palestine royalty.
Not at all, Kendra.
Yeah. And he's just going to be a great blessing to this corporation. I'm excited for him. I ran into him on Saturday. We were both really excited. He's got 2 young sons here tonight. I'm assuming that Kendra and your oldest are at the track meet, where my wife and youngest son are. So, but welcome on our behalf. So,
no, I'm really excited, and I just have so much respect and admiration for the administrative team across the district, and I'm really just thrilled to be in New Palestine schools and to work with a lot of great leaders in this district. It'll be a great opportunity for me, and I'm excited for it.
Dr. did you want to add anything?
I just want to say, like, we really he stood out in the crowd, and Mr. Michener led the search, but, Michael, a great family, but a strong resume to back it, and heard nothing but great things. So as our secondary curriculum coordinator, we're excited to hit the ground running. We have a lot of work to do, and so welcome to the team. And Mr. Michener, I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add.
Yeah, he was just a phenomenal candidate in the interview, had the experience, the community ties, and knows what we value and what's important to us, and a really strong reputation as a really strong educator. So we were very, very glad to have him on board.
Awesome. Thank you,
guys. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, we will move on our agenda with new business. And next on our agenda is donations with Ms. Kizzy.
Can you
several donations tonight for board approval. The first is for New Palestine Junior High in the amount of $180 from an anonymous donor, and that donation has been deposited into the Student Family Service Fund to assist students who are unable to afford field trips or require additional support. The next three, they're one for each elementary school, NPE, Sugar Creek, and Brandywine. They each received $250 from the New Palestine Education Foundation to go towards their end of the year hosts celebration. Tri Kappa donated $250 towards the corporation meal accounts with deficit balances. And our final donation tonight is for NPCS in the amount of $1,000 from Mark and Angela Baker to start a scholarship in memory of Brady Baker. And the Bakers wish to sponsor this scholarship annually. Those are, we're requesting board approval at this time for the donations.
Very good. This time, can I get a motion for the donations?
I move that we approve the donations as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions tonight over the donations? Outside of a great big thank you as usual. Okay, hearing none. Those in favor of approving the donations indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is Ms. Gizzy again with the Airmark Food Service Agreement.
So we do this annually. This is the fourth renewal on our 5-year agreement with Airmark. And things have gone really well for us with Airmark and Chris Igo as the director on the Airmark side. And this is I don't want to say it's a formality, but it is. The numbers here, as you can see, they're established by their federal numbers from the USDA, and our Consumer Price Index numbers help to establish the management fee and the administrative fee. Again, the other information is very standard, no material changes from what we've done in the past with this same 5-year agreement. So we're asking for board approval at this time.
Very good. Can I get a motion for the Airmark Food Service Agreement?
I'll make a motion to approve the Airmark Food Services Management Agreement renewal as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions for Ms. Gizzy? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the Airmark Food Service Agreement indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next again is Ms. Gizzy with a mediation agreement.
So at this time, just asking for the approval of the mediation agreement that was reached on April 27th, 2026. I'm asking for your board approval at this time.
Very good. Can I get a motion for the agreement, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the mediation agreement as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is Ms. Gizzy again with the YMCA Youth Development Service Agreement and Summer Services.
So these are two of our agreements with the YMCA. The first is a 3-year agreement, but I just wanted to have the new pricing updated in there. It increases a small amount each year. And that first agreement is for the before and after care program throughout the school year. And then the second part of that, or the second agreement, is for the summer program that we offered starting last year. That went really well last year. And this is it's a new agreement, but it is very similar to last year. No major changes. Just to update the pricing from the YMCA.
Very good. Can I get a motion on the topic, please?
I move that we approve the YMCA Youth Development Services Agreement and Summer Services Agreement as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions for Ms. Gizzy?
Grateful that we have this program available for our families. It's a great opportunity for them to be able to stay in a school setting over the summer while parents are maybe at work or whatever else they need to be doing. So thanks for your work on that.
Any other comments? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is this dispersal of surplus property.
So this is a letter. We're asking approval for the disposal of surplus property, and then that the sale of that property would be deposited into the operations fund. And as you could see in the letter, before anything is disposed of, teachers and administrators and employees throughout the district we'll have the opportunity to see if there's any of the extra materials that are remaining after the reconfiguration of our grade levels. Other teachers and employees will have the opportunity to find things that they might use in their classrooms or in their buildings. So they'll have plenty of opportunity to do that before we were, make a decision to dispose of anything that we would be declaring as surplus property. So I'm asking board approval at this time for us to proceed with that plan.
Can I get a motion, please, from the top?
I'll make a motion to approve the disposal of surplus property as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? Give a nice explanation. Okay, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is the NPCS Transportation Center Renovation Project bid.
So as you have in your board backup, the winning company was Brandt Construction after we went through our bid process. And the bid amount is there and the details. Also attached are the other contracting companies that bid. We were very excited by the turnout. 6 or 7 different contractors bid on the project, which it was great for us to get a really good competitive price. Our architecture firm they were really pleased with our turnout, and Matt Lawson was there as well and helped us with that process. So we're asking for board approval for the winning bid for the transportation renovation project.
Very good. At this time, we need a motion for the Transportation Center renovation.
Motion to approve the Transportation Center renovation project bid as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions?
I would mention that Joby and Andrew are in the audience because they're excited for the project and the renovations and just want to see this boat go down. So.
Well, I share your excitement because I've been on board for 10 years, and that's something that it's been on the burner for a long time, and it just seems like it just hasn't been able to happen. And I know that Mr. Yoder and I worked together for a long time, and we would get right. We couldn't, at what point, we couldn't even get contractors to bid on the project during COVID, and coming out of COVID. So I'm really excited this is finally getting done, and our bus drivers deserve that. I'm really excited about the canopy. I know that seems probably silly, but I'm really excited about that, to give our drivers an opportunity to have a safe walking path back and forth to the buses, and hopefully, I hope it keeps them dry and snow off the front of the buses and not to scrape off the huge bus every morning. So all is good. I'm excited for that. Any other comments or questions?
Looks nice.
Awesome. All those in favor of approving the NPCS Transportation Center renovation project bid indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is the NPHS Choir Department trip, and that'll be Mr. Bowles and Mr. Bean. Yeah, there you go. Welcome.
Thanks. Hey guys, how's it going? Good evening. Before Michael gets started, I'm just going to brag on him and our choirs over the weekend. Our concert choirs, of course, achieved gold, both on stage and site meeting. Is that correct? And so that's just a regular thing. And of course, we talked about before, the choirs are growing, which is really exciting. And he's looking to take the choir to New Orleans. What the heck?
In June.
Yeah. That's the introduction.
It'll be beautiful.
Yep. Give a little summary maybe of the trip.
Oh, yeah, so New Orleans, city full of culture, music, and it seemed like a nice thing to kind of dovetail off of our competition season show this year. Crimson Heat, their whole show is based on the city of New Orleans. And so kind of tying that together with this, but it's a city that I've been interested in taking a group to, and I've talked to several colleagues who have done that in the past, and they said it's just a wonderful experience. And so we reached out to several professional travel companies, just the same as we did with New York and everything else, and got some bids back, and we found a couple that we thought would fit.
Very good. Well, at this time, can we get a motion on the table for the choir department trip?
I'll make a motion to approve the NPHS choir department trip as presented.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions?
I want to go on this trip. I'm not inviting myself, but I read this and I was like, I mean, New Orleans is on my bucket list, but just the list of things that you plan to do on that trip, Gianola, I mean,
That's gonna be fun.
it just sounds amazing.
Preservation wall.
Yeah, it sounds great. Sounds good. A wonderful itinerary for our students.
More than welcome.
Well, thank you. I will check my 2027 calendar. It might work out.
Okay, any other
I need to
comments?
do Les Mis and go to Paris after that. I will come to that.
We'll start bidding now.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor of approving the NPHS choir department trip indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Have a great trip.
Thank you very much.
Next is the cheer camp with Mr. Murphy.
Except for New Orleans, we don't have any Hello. Yeah, this is a trip that our group has gone on for the last few years. The cheer group is requesting permission to go to cheer camp at Indiana University. A big component of this one, and all of them, is the team building, but they get to work on specific routines that lead into their fall season. But really the selling point here is they work with some younger folks, and part of it is a safety component with which is such a huge thing. So we're requesting board approval for them. For that cheer camp.
Very good. Can we get a motion for the cheer camp?
I move that we approve the cheer camp to IU as presented. Thanks.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? It's not New Orleans, but IU's pretty cool.
It's not bad.
It's just pretty cool.
It's not bad. It's no Hanover, but it's okay.
All those in favor of approving the cheer camp as presented indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is the cross-country camp with Mr. Moon.
Cross-country camp is similar to the others, but there's not necessarily an instructional component. But it's a neat experience for the kids. They go overnight, obviously, and they run in the morning. They have team building stuff in the late morning. And then this is why I want to go to cross-country camp if I can't go to the choir camp in New Orleans. Then they spend some time at the pool in the afternoon cooling off, come back, eat dinner, and then run later in the evening when it cools down again. So it's a good chance for them, obviously, to get together, know each other, but train a lot while they're there too. And a camp and a state park that we don't get to experience around here. So we're requesting approval for them to come.
Very good. At this time, we need a motion for the cross-country camp.
I'll make a motion to approve the cross-country camp as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is Mr. Murphy with the girls' soccer camp.
Running through the girls soccer camp, they want to go to IU. Last year was their first year. They had gone to, I think, Anderson before, but last year they went to IU, really enjoyed it. Similar to the boys soccer camp, which we'll present next. They have a little bit more one-on-one instruction, or at least small group instruction with some college coaches and some college athletes who have instant credibility with some of the athletes that we send. And then they also get to compete against other schools while they're there and work some of the drills and compete and then obviously show off what they can do. So we're requesting board approval for them to go down to that girls soccer camp.
Very good. Can I get a motion for the girls' soccer camp?
Motion to approve the girls' soccer camp as presented.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is the boys' soccer camp.
Very similar, other than Anderson, and nothing wrong with Anderson, but not quite Bloomington. But the same schedule. You know, they get smaller group instruction, obviously some team building involved, and they get to play some other schools that we wouldn't play necessarily during our season, leading up into the fall season, which is really important for them. And so we're requesting board approval for them to play.
At this time, I'll make the motion to approve the boys' high school soccer camp as presented. Can I get a second, please? Moved and seconded. Comments or questions? Well, they don't want to go to IU, the boys don't want to go to IU, or they just not have one there?
I don't know if Coach Warren went to Purdue or what. I'm not sure.
Well, no, Purdue doesn't have a soccer team, so they can't go there. They have a club, but they don't have a soccer team. Yeah. It's a coincidence.
They're too busy studying.
We're putting people on the moon.
They want to wear their red and black.
All right, a little board rivalry there, but
We're too busy putting people on the moon.
yeah. All those in favor of approving the boys soccer camp indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. And next, and last but not least, is the boys wrestling camp.
This is the only one that's on the agenda that is not a fall sport way to go somewhere. So
Yeah.
obviously wrestling very physical. This gives them a chance to kind of push their athletes before they get into their season when they get beat up pretty good during the season. They want to go to Rose Holman. Rose Holman does a nice job of bringing in instructors to work on different moves and different things that they do. And then they get a chance, obviously, with wrestling in competition to show some of those moves that they worked on. Our coach loves it. They went last year, so we're seeking board approval to go.
Very good. Can we get a motion for the NPHS boys wrestling camp?
I move that we approve the boys wrestling camp as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions?
Well, I think all of these camps, they also get college exposure, right? Several people told me that their kids kind of got found at the camp, and then that kind of started that trail.
Sure.
So it's just another value add for the athletes for sure.
Very good. Any other comments or questions? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the NPHS boys wrestling camp trip as presented indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Have a good trip. Thanks for coming tonight.
Thank you.
All right, next is Mr. Mitchner with the authorization to sign agreements for alternative schools and private residential school placements.
Long time.
Yeah, all right.
Well, good evening. I don't have any trips I'm requesting approval for, so not quite as exciting, but still just as important. So the next few agreements that we're going to ask for approval for tonight are pretty standard agreements that we've done year to year for students, our students in the student services realm, student services department. And so this first one is the authorization to sign agreements for alternative services and private residential school placements. And so this just allows Dr. Pleak to act on our behalf for students when we need to place them in an alternate or residential placement, based upon their need and services that are required and things like that. And so a pretty standard agreement that we do every single year, but it allows us to continue making sure that we're meeting all of the needs of our students as they need it. So we're asking for board approval at this time.
Very good. Can I get a motion regarding the topic, please?
Motion to approve the authorization to sign agreements for alternative services and private residential school placements as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? Like Mr. Mitchell indicated, this is just some annual housekeeping that we do. So. Any other comments, questions? All right. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Those in favor of approving the motion indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next, this is one that the word that always gets me, is the Educational Audiology Resource Solutions, or the EARS LLC agreement.
I just say yours.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So this is another agreement that we're asking to renew for next school year. So for our DHH students, or deaf and hard of hearing students, and so being able to provide services as needed with this organization. For hearing devices like fitting, fixing devices, things that need to be done that we can't do here in the district because they're very specialized in nature, providing consultation as needed to provide services for our students. And so we're asking for approval to continue this. This is an agreement where we are charged as needed, and so when we use them for their services and things like that, then we're charged for that. So. But it's kind of on an as-needed basis for next school year, so we're asking for approval for that at this time.
Very good. Can I get a motion for the EARS agreement?
I'll move to approve the EARS agreement.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? Again, another annual housekeeping that we do. Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is Mr. Mitchell with the blind and low vision service contract.
Yes, so we work with Tommy Roche from Bridging the Blind Gap to provide similar services as EARS does for our GHH students for our BLV or blind low vision students. And so providing resources like Braille activities or Braille resources to our teachers, providing consultation services, taking case conferences as needed, working in consultation with teachers to help support our students with blind low vision services in their IEP, and then their orientation and mobility services as well if it's written into their IEP, helping them kind of navigate the world around them and being able to be mobile within the school, outside of the school, to provide those supports and services. And again, this is on an as-needed basis that Tommy comes out and provides these services for our students. And so we are asking for board approval at this time.
Very good. Can I get a motion regarding the topic, please?
I move that we approve the blind and low vision services contract as presented.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions for Mr. Commissioner? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passed.
Thank you very much.
Next on our agenda is the first reading of our student handbook, and that would be Mr. Craig Smith.
Well, hello, everyone. 61-page document that I'm sure you've enjoyed perusing through so far, but I'm here to really talk about just some of the highlights. There weren't a lot of changes in this year's document from last year, but definitely just want to keep in mind, especially for this one, that it still has a lot of moving parts. The reason I say that tonight is because we are still getting new guidance on some of the portions of this. We're still getting legal advice on portions of this, still getting DOE guidance on some of this, and still having a lot of internal conversations. So I just think it's very important for you to know that it still has some moving parts and it will continue to evolve between this first reading and our second reading. Some of the pieces that I wanted to bring to your attention are really all of the pieces that are kind of major edits. The first one would be moving from 6 schools to 5. We're going to have a lot of those edits within, and that is going to cause some extensions of phone numbers to change and lots of things as we put the move in place. So even at the very beginning, even when we get to the second reading, there may just be some technical corrections that we need to make in the future. I wanted to bring that to your attention. Secondly, we're toward the end of our strategic plan. We've really been enjoying that process. And within that process, we're going to have a new mission, new vision, new beliefs, some other statements that we like to include in this document. So just keep in mind that as we continue again to evolve through that process, we'll want to add those pieces in play as well. We are aligning some attendance practices. I don't think you're going to see any major changes there, but it's more alignment to make sure that our county protocols when it comes to attendance are unified. So we made changes in regard to that. We also had some small updates in food service as well as clinic services, very minor ones there. And then probably the most significant one comes with some new legislative components that we've had in play that has to do with wireless communication devices and keeping those devices inaccessible during the school day. That is fresh off the presses. It really just came to us last week with some of the legal guidance and some other components that come with it. So we're internally digesting that information, kind of seeing what it'll look like boots on the ground. And as we get a little clearer in what that will look like, we'll bring that forward in the second reading as well. But that inaccessible piece right now stays stored away, powered off, and inaccessible for our students as far as their personal wireless communication devices during the school day. So that's the biggest pieces that I have for today to kind of show you and let you hear the main highlights of the document as we continue to move forward through processing those new components that are still coming our way.
Very good. Well, this is the first reading, obviously, so there's a lot of discussion that can take place between now and the next meeting. If you have any questions for Mr. Smith tonight, anybody have any questions?
I'm sure I'll have some.
Yeah, I think we'll all probably have some questions, and it'll probably get ironed out anyway. But the attendance policy, I was just curious off the top, is that state-led or local-led?
So the portions that we did is we took the state guidance that was required and we have made a unified procedure for our county schools. So that was led by Joby Whitaker and some other county colleagues as they work to unify that, because all of the work that we do in attendance has to then, especially as you travel through that, maybe in a more punitive way, I guess, or supported way, is what I would like to say, is that's done at our local level at the courthouse and through the prosecutor's office. So we wanted to make sure that we were all doing very similar things as it leads itself in that process to go perhaps to the county for additional measures.
So a part of that committee as well, besides school representatives, like he mentioned, probation department and prosecuting attorney's office were all part of the conversations, and Joby attended those meetings frequently.
Good. So it sounds like it's a collaboration of state level and local level.
Absolutely.
Very good. Any other comments or questions for Mr. Smith tonight? I'm sure we'll have more questions coming up, but
Very good.
thank you for presenting.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on is the employee handbook, and that will be Dr. Blue presenting.
Requesting approval of employee handbook, and basically it just focused on providing some clarity and alignment. Many of the updates in the handbook accurately reflects how we're already operating in the district, about providing clear guidance for our staff. So usually our HR department looks at the most questions they get throughout the year and find a way to put it in the handbook to make it more clear for individuals. Some of the key things were updating our contacts for Title VI, Title IX, 504, non-discrimination, and adding Mr. Mitchner to all of those. And then we also refined some sections about employee expectations, leave practices, professional responsibilities, and resignation procedures. Also provided more clarity around vacancy postings, the teacher workday, medical documentation, unauthorized absences, as well as to reflect current practices of sick leave, retirement benefits, evaluation processes, and inclement weather procedures. And we also adjusted the dress code expectations for our maintenance staff due to them recently receiving uniforms, and some transportation guidelines for extracurricular activities, and an addition of a facilities addendum. Overall, it's just the intent is to be clear and aligned and supportive for our staff. And so I really appreciate the whole team, administrators, and HR that work together to make this document and the changes needed. So I request approval at this time.
Very good. Can we get a motion, please, for the employee handbook?
I'll make a motion to approve the employee handbook as presented.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions for Dr. Fleet?
I just wanted to comment that I really appreciated the summary page that you
Yeah.
created. Or
Christy Snyder.
I don't believe that we've ever had those for
Yes.
employee handbook or
Yeah.
the volunteer handbook, and it was super helpful. So thank you
Yeah,
for
awesome.
pass that along, please.
Thank you, I will pass it
A lot of
along.
work.
That and the green and red editing, I like that.
I like to see the track changes.
Exactly. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the employee handbook indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. Next is the volunteer handbook.
Very few changes in the volunteer handbook. It was mainly updating the contact information again for Title VI, Title IX, 504, and non-discrimination, including Mr. Mitchner on those. And that is pretty much the biggest updates that occurred in the handbook. I request approval at this time.
Can I get a motion, please, for the volunteer handbook?
Motion to approve the volunteer handbook as presented.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any comments or questions regarding the topic tonight? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the volunteer handbook indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. Motion passes. We've already went through the reports, so next is informal comments, which I don't believe that we have any informal comments. So we'll buzz right through the board member comments. Tonight we'll start with Ms. Hayward.
All right, I'm gonna be like the news. You know how they play the very last part of the news? There's like a feel-good segment. I'm bringing you this feel-good segment for the evening. So it's kind of a shout out to our hosts program and the whole tribe of hosts, volunteers, and hosts coordinators. So this is my 10th year serving as a hosts volunteer, and but you know, and there's a program in each of our elementaries, and it's a great opportunity to work with some students who are reluctant readers. And this year I was assigned 2 wonderful students that I have enjoyed all year long. At the very beginning of the year, my student, we were talking about, okay, what's your favorite subject? And she said, well, I really like math. And I said, oh, okay. She says, I hate reading. I said, okay, well, why do you hate reading? Oh, there's other things I would rather be doing. I hate reading. And I said, okay, well, my goal this year is that by the end of the school year, you're going to love reading. And she said, that will not happen. And she was just very matter of fact about that. And I said, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we worked together. We had a lot of fun. We had some days that were challenging. And so last week was our final meeting where we were reading together. And I commented to her, I said, your reading has come so far this year. I said, it's amazing how well you're reading. She said, I love reading. And I looked at her and I said, do you remember telling me at the beginning of the year that you hated reading? And she said, no. And I said, well, my goal was that by the end of the year, you were going to love reading. So I said, we did it. We met the goal. You love reading. So and this is a student who also, she passed her IRE as a second grader, and she's had amazing growth this school year. And I know the test scores are important, but I don't really care about the test scores. What I care about is that student is going to love reading for the rest of her life. And that is something she will carry with her. And I know it's not just my student. I know many, many of the students that participate in that program feel that way. And so anyway, that was my feel good. I went home and I told my husband, I'm like, you're not going to believe this. She loves reading.
That's great.
So, yeah, that's my feel good story.
Well done.
That's all I got.
Man, we should have ended that. I should have started with somebody else. That was good. That's a closer. Anybody want to follow that? Go ahead, Brian.
I'm just gonna say, getting excited for graduation.
There you go. That's a good one.
So, and it's good to see our students getting recognized and given presentations. That's good to see what they're doing.
Mr. Hooker?
I was just going to say we attended the end of year celebration and honored the teachers of the year in each building and across the community or across the district. And it's always fun to see everybody come together at the end of the year and honor those teachers and everybody that's retiring and staff. And it's just a good time to reminisce. And I kind of felt old in there. There was people retiring that shouldn't be retiring. There was 30-year pins of people that were there when I was in school. But it's a great program, and kudos to everybody that won. So.
I just want to commend Dr. Fleek with leading the strategic planning group. It's been really interesting, and I know she's just put so much effort into it, heart, and has nothing else going on, so it's easy just to do that. So, thank you. It's been good. It's been a really interesting conversation. Thank you. Thank you for serving on that. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yes, thank you for serving us.
Dr. Fleek?
A few things here I would like to mention. Last week, the junior high staff, we had a Meet Connect begin meeting with the staffs coming together, some at NPI, some at the junior high when they came, and just the energy of the room and them meeting each other and touring the building and talking with each other and just seeing some laughs, some hugs already and all that. It was just exciting to see them coming together, so really looking forward to that. And with that, just how gracious the teachers have been with the announcements and the administrators. All of our people are amazing people regardless of where they teach, and so they've accepted it very well and handled it, and I think everybody now is just like, let's move on, it's time to go. So I appreciate all that. The awards program that Mr. Hooker mentioned was incredible. The retirees, the teacher of the year, the Bob Yoder Award, it was just an incredible night to celebrate, and some of them had a lot of fun with their little pom-poms, so it was a great time. Like to mention, Kaylee Fosno will be the commencement speaker at Indiana State University this weekend, and for the education, and excited there that she will be representing us very well. So look forward to hearing some highlights from that, Kaylee, when you get finished. And last but not least, Jan Kurt, we celebrated her and her retirement and got recognized. She's had how many years, Jan? 39 years in public education. Many schools around here, but she ended with the best school corporation in the state of Indiana, and she just didn't want to cap it off there. So her staff has planned some great, incredible celebrations, and just Mr. Dare did a nice job recognizing her in the awards program. So just Jan, we've only worked together a year and a half, but I've heard of you for years, so it's been a pleasure working alongside of you. And so just, you deserve time with those grandbabies, and just come bring us lunch every once in a while. Some chocolate chip cookies. That's what we're looking forward to. But again, on behalf of everyone, congratulations.
That's what I was gonna close with. That's on my notes. She's been peeking. I was gonna say, congratulations on your retirement. We actually approved it last month, but I figured we would catch you tonight at probably your last board meeting, I'm guessing, unless you and Brian are just, sitting around with nothing better to do and want to come out for old time's sakes,
You can watch online anytime.
I will.
Right.
Well, and Jan, I have run into several teachers, my kids went to Sugar Creek for the majority of them, and over the course of their conversation with me, they all teared up. And so they love you, and they really appreciate your work, and they're going to miss you.
Well, Brian and I were on the board when you came to Palestine schools, and I remember Dr. Lanchard at the time went and sucked you out. Like, she went after you to get you to come, and that was, that speaks testament to you, who you are and the professional that you are, and the years of service that you've accomplished here, and you've certainly earned a great retirement, and we wish you the best from our board. So. And again, the awards ceremony is one of my favorite, aside from graduation, it's one of my favorite nights to celebrate. And for those that don't know, our board, the 5 board members, give out an award, the Bob Yoder Lifetime Achievement Award. We receive the nominations and give it out. And Brenda Sellers was the recipient of this year's Bob Yoder Lifetime Achievement Award from our board. And we even ambushed her a little bit. She didn't know that was coming, so that was fun. Great people. So it was a great night to celebrate our staff. We have great people that work here, just phenomenal people, and I always enjoy celebrating them. So, yeah.
Well, Mr. Walker, I have one more thing to there.
Please.
This is Teacher Appreciation Week, so it seems like they're being spoiled, and they deserve it this week with all the things that are going on in all the buildings. So just want to say thank you to all the teachers. We love you, and thanks for what you do.
Absolutely. Very good. Anybody else have anything? All right. Only thing left to do is adjourn. Can I get a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor of adjournment indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Those opposed, no. We are adjourned. Thank you, guys.